Today will be different. I'll be happy. I'll smile. I'll laugh. Crack some jokes, but die on the inside. And if someone notices, I'll say I'm fine. And I'll make it believable.
Hey guys. So as you can see from the title of this video, it is asking, am I okay? And the short answer to that is no. I'm not okay. Let me explain why. I'm also getting drunk for this video. I have not drank a single sip of this yet, and I'm already slurring my words. Fuck yeah. I don't know what I'm going to say throughout this video. I just know that I haven't posted in 2 weeks, and I don't really feel the need to post for anybody. I don't feel pressured to post anything, but I feel like I need to talk, and I feel like I just need to get some shit off my fucking back. Get some shit out of my system. I'm gonna put a trigger warning on this video because I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I just know there's going to be a lot of fucked up shit that I'm talking about in this video. So, you know, like I said in my last video or whatever, I just need to put a fucking trigger warning on my entire channel because I talk about some really fucked up shit and I cuss a lot, so I'm sorry. I kind of just season my sentences with naughty words. Sentence enhancers as learned from SpongeBob. Yeah. And I'm going to let you know that I'm going to be ranting. So if you don't like triggering shit or ranting, just get off my channel because that's all I fucking do. So I'm not okay because of a lot of things, actually. I have been given Prozac by my doctor. It doesn't seem to be working so far because it did what I was afraid of it doing. I was afraid it would make me numb. I was afraid it would make me zombified. I was afraid that I wouldn't feel human emotions, and that seems to be what it's doing. And I haven't wanted to film because I've been so sporadic and all over the place, as usual, but it's been a lot worse. I've been a lot more manic. I've been very depressed and sad and actually not even sad. I don't feel anything. I'm so fucking numb. And honestly, I have been wanting to do substances to make me feel anything but numbness. I haven't given in to those substances yet, but I'm not going to give in to substances. I'm not going to give in to substances because they're very dangerous and very addicting, and I don't want to get into that, but I have been wanting to. I've been drinking more than I used to, which used to be never, so this is kind of once a week thing, and that's kind of a lot for me. I've been smoking cigarettes more again, which I started smoking cigarettes when I was 13, and then I quit when I turned 18, and then I picked up again around 19 and quit when I turned 20, and now I'm 21 and drinking and smoking. I relapsed in self-harm again. The last time I self-harmed was in March, I think, of 2017. It's been about an entire year since I picked up a cigarette, and I'm just not doing well, guys. I'm not. And it sucks because I want to do better. You know, after my abusive relationship, I spiraled out of control. Honestly, people are starting to leave my life. That's probably my fault because I'm not getting better. I'm just spiraling worse into this depression. And, you know, I don't blame people for leaving my life. My behavior is toxic. It really is. And I can admit that. Because I don't want to get better. I do, but I don't. Like, It's so complicated. It really is. And when it comes to my depression and all that shit, yeah, of course I want to get better. But part of me thrives in my depression, and I think it's just this addiction to being sad. I don't fully understand it, so I can't go into further detail about it, but I hope you understand what I mean by that. I wanted to make less trips to the kitchen. So, anyway, back to my medication. This is going to be all over the fucking place. This is going to be a very sporadic, ranty video. So I apologize, my brain is just fucked. I want to get better for myself. Part of me wants to get better for other people, but I can't make myself get better for other people. It just doesn't work that way. I have to get better for myself. And with this new medication that I'm on, it's very hard for me to do that because it makes me feel numb. It makes me feel like not a human being. And a lot of you are probably going to tell me to get off this medication if it's not working out for me. But the reason why I don't want to get off this medication, actually there are two reasons. The first reason being, I had that medication for 2 months. 3 months, actually. The first 2 months I spent looking at it every single day. And I kept telling myself, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. And never did. I told my doctor I was afraid to take it because I was afraid of what it was gonna do to me. Well, I finally took it. And a month later, I started feeling the side effects. I started to experience depression more. I started to experience more or less panic attacks. I don't really know. They're kind of on and off like they usually are. But my doctor did tell me you will be experiencing suicidal thoughts. You will be experiencing like the urge to self-harm. So just get past that and it'll be okay. That's just like the first month. Unfortunately, I did give in to the self-harm urges. You're so fucking cute. Oh my god. Oh, that's good. That's good. I love me some wine. Oh, by the way, I might be drunk by the time you get home. I'm drinking for this video because I figured it might help loosen me up. Because caffeine obviously doesn't do me good. Yeah. Fucking asshole doing the speed limit. Yeah, I hate it when people do the speed limit. Damn it, following the law. Alright, bye. Okay. Starting to feel the alcohol a bit. Alright. The first reason why I don't want to get off my medication is because I was so afraid to take my medication. I stared at it for 2 months. I stared at it for 2 months. I'm starting to get to the point where I can't talk. And once I started taking it, it finally kicked in after a month, and now I don't want to try anything else. And it sucks because, like, it took so much courage in me to finally get to take this medication. The second reason is because it reduces my appetite. I haven't eaten in a day, I think. I have not had an appetite in an entire week. It just sucks because that's the biggest reason why I don't want to get off my medication. And honestly, that's the biggest reason why I remember to take my medication every fucking night. I'm like, oh, this is the pill that makes me forget to fucking eat. Like, it's terrible. I'm starting to get a little too not sober to talk about my feels because I don't have feels. I drank too quickly for this video. Okay. It's time to put the wine down for a minute. I'm gonna get a little more comfortable. Oh wow, this feels really nice without that jacket. I'm sweating. I can throttle myself like a fucking baby. Oh, yes! It's a fucking blanket with a hood! Bitch! I hate alcohol. It does some stupid shit to me. On a serious note, being drunk is the only time I can actually feel something other than being numb. And being numb has been such a thing lately, and I fucking hate it. Why? Why is that a thing? Why do antidepressants make you more depressed and make you want to kill yourself? Does that make sense? Your antidepressants might make you more depressed, and it might make you want to hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. It's okay. Thanks, Doc. I appreciate it. Seriously though, when she prescribed me these antidepressants, she literally said, they might make you want to kill yourself and they might make you want to self-harm. Don't do it. And I was like, alright, that's weird. And I self-harmed anyway. And I wanted to get into drugs. I'm way too honest when I'm drunk. Shit. My neighbors hate me. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. I've probably filmed this video 4 or 5 times. Every time I film this video, I just have not been confident in it. And I just don't know how to talk about this. I don't know how to talk about what's going on with me. And I'm gonna try. And I'm hoping this is the last time I have to film this video. I apologize for looking like shit. I have pimples all over my face because I've been stressed out, and I started smoking again, and I just started breaking the fuck out. And my self-confidence has been absolute shit. I don't like editing my videos. I don't even like filming because I don't like looking at myself. And I certainly don't like hearing my voice. I don't like seeing myself for hours on end just editing my videos. So if you've noticed, I've been a little MIA. I have not been updating on my social medias very often. I haven't even been messaging you guys back, and I'm really sorry about that. I started to go back to work after my car accident. It's been about 3 months now, and I'm recovering pretty well. I just saw my doctor yesterday, and she said that I'm slowly starting to recover, but kind of healing like a 60-year-old because of my diet. But you know, I'm doing okay. My diet has been absolute shit lately, and I mean, it's always been shit, but I haven't even been eating very much lately, mostly because of my eating disorder, but really because I just don't have an appetite. My doctor put me on Prozac. It took me so long to finally be able to take these, and they're doing exactly what I thought they would do. This was me trying to get help. I wanted to get on antidepressants because I thought maybe they would help me, but I don't really know. They don't really seem to be helping me very much. I was just very depressed and numb, and like I have not been able to cry. I haven't been happy. I haven't really been like sad. I've just been depressed and empty, just kind of out of it. And I don't really feel like human. I'm having a lot of anxiety. I don't really want to talk about what's going on with me. But I feel like I need to. And I haven't really been talking to my therapist. It's been like 2 months or 3 months. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen him. I've just had so much anxiety that I didn't want to schedule an appointment. I only get 45 minutes with him, and it costs $35 per session. And part of me just feels like that's not really worth it because I have so much shit I need to talk about and so little time. I know I need to get in with him, but it's just really hard right now. So I'm going to continue using YouTube as my therapy because YouTube has always helped me. But it's just so hard to get myself in front of the camera. Like I said, I filmed this video probably 5 times and I've just never been happy with it. The last time I filmed this video, actually, I didn't have any makeup on and I wasn't wearing anything but a sweatshirt, and I was just really depressed and I just wanted to get everything off my chest. But then I watched it back and I was like, you're ugly, like just all this shit. And it's really hard to push those thoughts away. Like, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of me, it's what I think of me, and that's the biggest thing. Like, I want to be confident in my videos that I put out. And honestly, I don't even think I'm going to be confident in this video, so. And it sucks that I have like red blotches all over my face. But trying to ignore my appearance and the way that I'm acting, and I'm just going to put this video out, hopefully. And yeah, the biggest thing right now is just to get myself to talk about everything, because I know I need to do it. This is the first time in a long time I've gotten this apartment completely to myself, and I'm not working today, so I can just sit down, relax, and just talk, and not have to worry about anyone hearing me or anything. Things are just really hard right now. Since my car accident, Jerry's been staying here at my apartment to work for me, and I've recognized that he's not good for me. He causes a lot of problems. He does cause a lot of my depression, but I can't just send him home. I talked to my doctor a couple days ago, and I told her how Jerry makes me feel, and she said, well, just send him home. And I was like, well, I mean, I can't, because he's still got to work for me. I tried to go back to work full time, and you know, my hip's just been hurting a lot. And she's like, well, I guess just wean yourself back in and send him home when you can. Like, that's cool and everything, but it's just really hard to keep him here when he's causing so many issues. But he is trying. He's trying his best to do better and to not cause so much stress for me. It's just really hard to get better when I have someone here who kind of makes me feel worse most of the time. After being at that house for 6 years, I'm finally in my own place, and I mean, every single day I still have to deal with the trauma and the shit that happened to me at that house and everything that happened to me during that time. Last year was the shittiest year of my life, and so much shit happened. It's just really fucking hard for me to cope, and I don't know how to cope with it all. I've recognized recently that I'm not good for the people in my life because I hate myself so much, and like every time I get in an argument with someone, I always blame it on myself. I always say like, I'm sorry, it's my fault, and that's just not good for people. So I've recognized that I'm very toxic for people, and a lot of people who are close to me have actually left my life recently because of my toxic behavior. And I don't blame them, I really don't, but it just really sucks that I pretty much just don't have anyone here for me anymore. But I'm trying not to like rely on anybody. I'm trying to just go about life on my own. And like, it's nice having all of you guys here for me and supporting me. It really does motivate me and make me happy, because so many of you are out there rooting for me, and you're all here for me, and you all support me. But it's just the people who are so close to me, I considered them family. Now that family's gone, and I don't know how to handle it. I do still have a few people who are here for me that I love so much, and these people I do consider my family. So it's nice to have these people in my life. I guess just ever since my medication, I'm just kind of not really myself, and I'm kind of just numb, just here. These past few nights have been fucking terrible, and it's all because of Jerry. And going through my comments on my YouTube channel, you guys are constantly saying, just get him out of your life, he's not good for you, blah blah blah. And I know he's not, but It's really hard when you have somebody who's been in your life for 6 years. And I had a 4-year relationship with him. I consider him my family, and it's really hard to just push that person out. Because, I mean, I'm the only person he has, and he was the only person I had for such a long time. I want so bad to just cut him out of my life, because I know he's not good for me, but it's just really hard. And I've recognized recently that he's just going to keep dragging me down if he doesn't want to get better. And I've even said that to him, like, if you don't want to fix yourself, if you don't want to get better, I have to cut you out, because you've been in my life for 6 years and you're kind of just dragging me down. I finally broke off the relationship a year ago or something, and I finally got my shit together and got my own place, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't cut him out. He got here and he was trying to get clean from drugs and alcohol, and he was doing really well for a little while. And then he relapsed in drinking and came home really drunk one night, and the last few times he came home that drunk, he started a fight with me, and we almost got physical with one another. Well, this time we got physical with one another, and I'll admit it was mostly me being physical with him, but that was because of the things that he was saying to me. We both just started screaming at each other. I kept my roommate up all night, and the cops almost got called on us, and it was just bad. Then last night, he texted me a bunch of fucked up letters, and I kind of made it out to read that it said, "Mickey, I can't breathe." So I came down here, and he was laying on my couch, kind of on his stomach, and like was just kind of flopping like a fish out of water. So I picked him up and tried to sit him up, and he was just like kind of choking on himself and like couldn't breathe, because he has a heart condition, so this kind of stuff happens sometimes. But this specific moment is the second time that I've seen it happen in the 6 years that I've known him. He passed out in my arms while I was holding him here on the couch. His breathing was so shallow, his heart was going so slow, and his face started to turn pale blue. And there was a moment when he wasn't breathing, so I tried to like beat on his chest a little, and I thought that I had to give him CPR. But he started breathing on his own after a minute, and he was still pretty limp. I don't think he was conscious, but I just sat with him for like an hour, and he was slowly starting to come back to it, and he started asking me like 4 times what happened and how long it's been. He didn't really remember what happened to him. I got him some water and just tried to get him okay. This is really hard to talk about. The last time this happened, he passed out in our kitchen. What is that noise? It stopped. Anyway, the last time this thing happened, he passed out in our kitchen, and he wasn't breathing, and I thought he died. I don't really remember what happened, but I sat with him for a long time and called 911, and we thought he had a heart attack, and he was in the hospital for a while. I don't really remember what happened, because that entire time of my life, the entire time I was at his dad's house, I just completely lost all of it, because it was just so much for me that my brain just can't handle it. So I think my brain just kind of forgot. But it was all very, very traumatic for me, and last night it was very traumatic for me. I thought he was gonna die here on my couch, and I thought he was having a heart attack. I told him, like, you're gonna be okay, you're not gonna die, I promise nothing's gonna happen to you. Then I started thinking, you know, he's gonna go back to his dad's house soon, and he's gonna die in that place, and I started like freaking out, and I made promises that I know I can't keep, and I said, like, you can stay here I don't want you to go back there. I don't want you to die there. You don't deserve to die in such a terrible place, but there's nothing I can do about that, and I can't save somebody who can't save themselves, so. Of all the shit that he's done to me, of all the ways that he's made me feel, I'm still here for him, and I still care about him like he's family, and I still want to help him. All I care about is him just getting himself some help, but there's nothing I can do if he can't do it for himself. And I've learned that over these past few years. I was the one who kept the job most of the time. I was the one who brought home the money. I was the one who bought our things. I was the one who supported us both. You know, at the time I thought I was doing my duty because I didn't think he could do it on his own, but after realizing he's fully capable of doing this stuff on his own, he just can't. I realized that I'm my own person, and I'm not attached to this person, and it's not my duty to take care of him. It's not my duty to fix him and make him better. It took me a long time to finally realize that, and here I am in my own place, and I'm happy that I finally got myself here. Anyway, so there's my medication, there's Jerry, and kind of just dealing with all this on my own. You know, there's of course my eating disorder and my self-harm relapse. There's also another thing I don't really want to talk about. I'm so scared to talk about this, but I feel like I need to be brave and I need to talk about this. I've talked about so much shit on this channel, and this is just another part of my story and another part of my battle. So after my car accident, I got prescribed pain medicine. I was doing okay on that pain medicine. I saw what addiction did to people. I was surrounded by drug addicts for 6 years at that house. I didn't want to be like them. I was starting to wean off the pain medicine, and then one day I took one extra than I should have, and I forgot that I took it. I started to feel really weird, and I started to panic because I didn't know what was going on with me. But then I remembered that I took an extra pain medicine, and then I kind of just accepted it, and I was just like, I just need to embrace this and don't panic and just enjoy whatever's going on. And I realized that I was high. I started to really love that feeling. So I did it again, and then again, and then again, each time increasing the dose. And then it got to the point where I was taking a lot. Then that's when shit started to go downhill. A lot of stuff in my life started to get worse, and then I started to rely on it, and I relied on it to feel better because everything was going so bad that I was just like, this is the only time that makes me happy. So I kept doing it. And now I'm at the point where I'm addicted. And I can't stop. I'm still in pain. I'm still in a lot of pain. But taking the pain medicine isn't just to relieve my pain anymore. It's to feel okay. I constantly am telling myself, because I hate myself so much, why should I stop? Why? Like, I'm not doing this for anybody. I'm not stopping to get better for anybody. But then I have to keep telling myself, no, you have to stop to get better for yourself. But then I ask myself, why? Why should I get better for myself? What's the fucking point? I'm gonna die one day anyway. I might as well die happy. I might as well die doing what I want. So there's just this constant battle in my head where a side of me hates myself so much, but then another side of me doesn't want to see me go through this terrible thing. This side of me doesn't want to see me be weak. This side of me doesn't want me to rely on anything. I want to be okay on my own. I want to be strong on my own. And then this side of me is just like, you've been strong this entire time and nothing has helped you. No one's helped you. You always have to help yourself. So why not just be okay for a little while? But then this side of me is like, it's not gonna be a little while. You're gonna be fucking addicted. You're gonna turn this into a problem, and you're gonna go broke, and you're gonna start selling shit, and then you're gonna be homeless. And it's just this constant battle, you know? I'm trying to quit. I started smoking cigarettes again, and I'm trying to quit that. I'm even trying to quit coffee. I'm just going through so much right now, and it's really hard to talk about this. It's really hard for me to admit my problems, not to myself, because I know my problems. I know what I'm going through. And even though I hate myself so much for going through this shit, shit happens, you know? But it's also really hard to admit it to thousands of people who are watching me. So, this is me being brave. This is me telling you guys that I have had a weak moment. I have been weak. I am not as strong as you guys think I am. I was, but not anymore. And I'm trying my best to get back to being strong. But after everything that happened this past year, it's so hard to keep being strong. And I'm trying. But life just keeps breaking me down. November of 2016, I met Randy again. And that's when everything went downhill. And in March or May, I don't remember, that's when he finally left my life. Things started to get worse. I started to lose a shit ton of weight. I was struggling to recover from that very abusive relationship, but I had people here to help me get through. My YouTube channel started to grow, and I was actually starting to kind of like who I was. Not love myself, but I was starting to like who I was. And then I started to realize that Jerry's toxic for me, and that's when I put the weed down and started to focus on my life and started driving and got my apartment. Was working 7 days a week. Moved into my apartment. I was here for maybe a month. Got in a car accident. After my car accident, shit started to go back downhill. Lost who I was. Gained a bunch of weight. And then the holidays came and gained even more weight. Lost my friends and started to relapse in a lot of things. And now here I am. And I don't know how to handle it. I don't know. And I'm trying so hard. I just don't know what to do. You guys have been here for me, supporting me throughout all this shit, and my channel keeps growing and I don't know why. And I keep getting messages from you guys telling me that you love me and that you're here for me, and I don't know why. I appreciate you all so much, and I can't thank you guys enough for being here for me. And if you still support me after this video, thank you. I don't deserve it. Before I end this video, I'm going to tell you one last thing. Something that I haven't told anyone. I tried to kill myself very, very recently. I took one too many pills. I didn't die. I just was passing out a lot and was freaking out. My whole body shut down on me. Pretty sure I had a seizure. I don't really know. But my muscles were feeling all sorts of weird. I started convulsing, and then I don't really remember anything that happened after that. This wasn't just once. This was 2 or 3 times. And I don't remember each time. But each time I ended up throwing up. And a bunch of powdery shit came out, so those were the pills that I took. I can't die, guys. Several several suicide attempts later, 2 car accidents later, so many drug overdoses later, so many physical burns and cuts later, and here I am. I'm still here. There must be a reason for it, right? Yeah. There must be a reason. I've always been the positive person to believe that life loves to kick you down just to see how strong you can get. How much fucking stronger do I need to get? I'm gonna break. If I haven't already fucking broken. And now I'm just numb. Now I'm just numb. Thank you for sitting through this really long, sporadic, crazy-ass video talking about God knows what. Just thank you for everything. And thank you for listening to me and for being here for me. I'm going to try to make videos more often, but here pretty soon I'm going to be returning back to work 7 days a week. And I don't know how many times I will be able to film, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to keep updating you guys and just keep talking about what's going on with me, because nobody deserves to suffer alone. Not even me. As hard as that is for me to believe. But I'm trying, and just thank you for everything. I'm gonna go now, and I'm going to film another shitty video. Bye.